It's the 27th of November 2019, a week to go before the end of the current ETC, e-tolls contract, which has been running now for 6 years. 6 years of empirical evidence of a failed scheme. And government has been vacillating for the last year, trying to make a decision which way to go. Now we find it very strange that they can't make a decision when you've got all this evidence of a failed scheme. Nonetheless, I think there's one thing worse than a government that makes bad decisions, is one that makes no decision. And that's creating a big problem, because if government makes the wrong decision or a bad decision, which is to continue the ETC or the e-toll contract, well then at least we know where we stand. We know what we have to do as a nation to either try and make it work or fight and try and end it again. And that's what we'll continue to do. So what we have here now is government has made one decision. They're not going to extend the ETC contract. So quietly behind the scenes, while they're trying to find a solution with society on an alternative to e-tolls, guess what? We learned this week they've gone and put out a tender for this new 6-year contract. So there have been 3 companies. One is no value. Pambile is another one with 11 point something billion. And we can't find any details about their directors. But what we can find is on the other company, the one with the lowest quote at 7.5 billion rand, Kuso Kokucha, is its directors have been linked to CAPS Trafficom and the e-tolling contracts in the past. So is this the same pig with different lipstick? That's what we would see it as. But the real worrying thing is they've gone and tendered for 7.5 billion rand, knowing that the scheme doesn't even bring in that amount of money. Government now knows that they would be paying out 7.5 billion rand, nothing going into the e-toll bonds, and all this money would go as a fruitless and wasteful expenditure, we believe, because there's still a contract out there or a litigious matter that has to be dealt with. We cannot, and government cannot ignore the fact that this test case, which we've been gone down the road quite a long way, was put on hold by SANRAL in March this year, cannot disappear. And if the courts find that the public are not guilty for non-payment, which we believe they will, it's an extremely strong case, then what you would have is a government that has signed another 6-year contract, knowing that they might lose the case. They cannot force e-tolls down the public's throats. This can only be regarded as fruitless and wasteful expenditure. And we would ask the Auditor General exercises his powers to hold that person who signs that contract to account personally for that amount of money that they're encumbering this country with. So what can we say other than the madness lives on? The sheer madness of this e-toll decision lives on, and we have a government in limbo, deer in the headlights, don't know what to do. It's shocking, actually. It's a pathetic situation when you have a government that cannot make a decision, even when all the evidence is there to make the right decision. They don't know what to do. Mr. President, please get involved. Mr. Transport Minister, please get involved. Make a damn decision once and for all.